just creeping along. He'd be a great accent, or maybe find a home in a plant. Here's what you'll need. First, we have a 4-inch styrofoam ball, some wood teardrops and wood craft spoons, pony beads. Then as embellishments, we have our eyes and a chenille stem and acrylic paint in 3 different colors. Let's get started. Now, our first step is to cut the base off the styrofoam ball so that he doesn't slide. And I'm just using a plastic knife. You could also rub this along a candle and it'll make it easier to cut. I'm going to set this one aside, and I have one that's already cut. Next step is to paint. I'm using a large sponge brush, and we're going to just dab the paint on. We want to have that nice textury feel, so we're not actually covering the styrofoam. You're going to cover the entire surface of the styrofoam ball, and if you'd like, you can even add a second color in, maybe some brown. I'm going to set that aside. Now we move on to the next one. What I've done is painted a swirl in the middle using purple. I'm going to go over that. I just used a plain brush, and this is really just a placement so that I know where I'd like to put my beads. Plus it adds just a nice little accent behind the beads. Now I've chosen yellow, but you can choose any color that you'd like, and maybe even multicolored. So now once you have your swirl, it's time to start setting your beads in. I'm going to set this down and take out some glue. I'm going to put a little dab of glue right on the styrofoam ball where I'm going to put my next bead. I'll put that to the side, and then I'm going to press the bead right into the styrofoam. If you can see that. Now I'll put the next one in. You could squeeze out some glue on the side or even do a section at a time. I'm going to continue around adding these beads. Now, as I said, it might look really nice if you did multicolored beads as well. But we'll keep doing that. I'll do a couple more. The glue will just help set it so that it stays and doesn't fall out later on. There we've got our beads. We're going to continue around in an entire swirl. That's step number 3. Now, step number 4 is to take our craft spoon and our wood tier and paint them green. Now, I've already done that step. You would use a nice flat brush to get a nice even stroke along it. When you get to this point, we've got our craft spoon painted green on one side, and we've actually also painted it on the other side. We're going to add a face. So I'm adding a mouth. Then you can go back if you'd like and add either dots for his cheeks or some other colors, or depending on how cute you want to make him. The next step would be to come back with your craft stick, and I'm going to apply just a little bit of glue right on the surface and add my wiggly eyes. Then lastly, we want to add antenna. The antenna is just a 4-inch piece of chenille stem. I folded it in half, then I'm going to twist it and twist down again. I'm going to turn this over. Now, my eyes may not be totally dry yet. I'm going to add a nice big dab of glue on the back and set my antenna in. Now, this glue will dry clear, but I've put a lot here so you can see it, and I'm going to just let that dry. Then we want to take our tail and slide it in on this side, and our head will slide in on this side. I'll slide that right in. And you'd have obviously the one with the antenna on it. Let's look at our finished project again and see the extra embellishments that we've added.